So today is February 1st or 2nd? The 2nd, 2024. I'm gonna do a part ride, part coach session. This is Madeline, and the horse she's on is Hayden. And this horse is Johnny. And a little bit of background information. Let's just go ahead and stretch them long and low so that their noses go to the ground. So a little background information on John is we've owned him since he was 3 years old. And I think he's 12 now. Yeah, he's turning 12 this year. Last year, we've nearly lost this horse twice to colic. So last year he was pretty sick, and now he's starting to come back. Like, he's probably the healthiest he's been in a long time, but he has no muscle whatsoever. So you can get him to stretch even more than that. And then Hayden, he had his winter break, so we like to give our going horses a winter break, and Hayden took that opportunity to get super kind of fluffy. Fluffy is the word we're gonna go with. So he's also not fit. So today we're gonna do a little bit of jumping. We're not gonna get to height by any means, because the horses are not fit, and also we're not super fit. So it's kind of the start of the new year for these two horses, and then hopefully by summer they'll be going, they'll be back to normal. There you go, buddy. So we like to warm up by letting our horses go long and low. It's a really nice wither stretch, and it's like yoga for horses, so then it helps them warm up their back muscles. There we go. I'm going to start paying attention to what I'm doing. So, part of the ride, you can hear myself coach myself. And then, if I'm kind of looking up and at Madeline, I'm going to be giving her some tips too. Yeah, and then send them forward. So you want to have your eye up and thinking about that inside hind leg. Every time that inside hind leg steps forward, and that's truly how you're going to get them long and low. There you go. And when horses haven't done long and low in a while, sometimes like yoga, they can't stretch as far to the dirt as they usually can. So it takes a little bit of, there you go. I don't know, if you asked me to do a proper Pilates, anything right now, I don't think I could do it. But in a couple of weeks, they should be able to go really long and low in their step. And how to get a proper long and low is you want to keep your chin up. You want to have that external focus and looking forward. And you want to think about that inside hind leg. Every time it steps forward, you want to think the word forward. Because then when they're using their hind leg properly, it's much easier to get the front end where you want it. If you just think about that front end, you're just going to be pulling on the reins. Whereas if you think about the hind end, you're connecting the entire body. Leg. There we go. And we were kind of walking a little bit before the camera turned on, so we're actually just going to do a little bit of a warm-up, just a casual warm-up, not really a lesson warm-up. Whenever you're ready, Madeline, feel free to go up into your trot. John feels a little sticky behind the leg. He might also be listening to the microphone. I might actually turn it off. My microphone it broke a little bit before I turned the camera on. I'm looking in that mirror and seeing my left elbow was out of it, and I'm just going to fix that. So in this trot warm-up, I'm not concentrating on where his head position is. He's not quite in front of me. walk. Then I'm gonna put him back to the trot in just a sec. So now I'm gonna start connecting to his mouth a little bit. Not tons. My goal in my warm-up is to get in front of my leg. So it's interesting. I can tell a difference that he's not wearing that girth. Yeah. Because his step is more as big as the other day. Makes a big difference. It does, yeah. It's not like he feels like he's sucking back. I can just tell he's not wearing that girth. What? And then Justin, maybe we'll just turn off the mic because it's irritating me actually. We'll figure it out next time. Good, that's nice, long and low there, Madeline. I would just send him forward a little bit. Yeah, good. Feeling him in front of your leg there, that's super. So in the walk, you don't want them to go to a dead walk when you go from a trot transition to a walk. Feeling both sides of the mouth in the corner, and push them forward. Leg on. Back to the walk, forward in the walk. So as he's going down, if you feel him sucking back behind your leg, you just go ahead and encourage him a little bit. Elbows forward and fluid. Back to the trot. You can 100% feel a difference between that girth and this girth. The girth that I'm talking about is we recently bought the Total Saddle Fit girth. And we tried it on a couple of horses. We only have one of them right now. We're definitely gonna get more. And their strides get really long. And you don't even have to encourage them to go forward, they just go forward. Good, I'm gonna let him have a little walk break here. Again, not a super fit horse. So we're gonna take a lot of walk breaks. Good news is that show season is a little ways off. Good, Madeline, let's take our layer stirrups. And then the next part of the warm-up, let's start doing some broken lines and circles while keeping them in front of our leg. There's actually a really nice area here for three-loop serpentines if you wanted. Actually, because I'm going to take a little walk right here, I'm going to explain how to do a proper three-loop serpentine. So we're going to cut the arena down into three parts. So I'm going to cross the middle of the arena twice. And to do a proper one, you want to keep your shoulders with the horse. So I'm going to turn my chin to look. I'm going to plan out my line. I'm going to start the turn with one rein, finish the turn with the other, and travel straight across the arena. So I'm gonna make a bit of a square. So this is how we're gonna do a 3-loop serpentine today. You can make them more loopy than this. Start the turn with my inside rein, feeling the outside rein. So this is a bit of a loop. So every step is a bit of a turn. And finish the turn with my outside rein, travel straight. Now turn my chin, keeping my shoulders straight, of course. Start the turn with my inside rein, inside leg. So he wants to kind of cut the corner with his shoulder. So I had to support with my inside leg. I turn my chin to look through the corner. I'm going to put my inside leg on, supporting outside hand. And I'm going to keep my outside shoulder with the horse. You'll often see people turn their shoulder. If you've been riding indoors a lot, you'll see people ride with their shoulders turned to the inside. One of the reasons why that is because this wall blocks off your field of vision. And so you'll find yourself turning your shoulders to the inside so that you have like a bigger span of vision. That's not the only reason, but that's one of the reasons. So you want to kind of train, if you've been riding indoors a lot, you want to make sure that your outside shoulder stays straight and your shoulders are square to the wall in front of you. John wants to go down, so I'm going to let him. This is how you can kind of let them have walk breaks on a long, loose rein, but you're still practicing a couple of things. This is super for unfit horses. Good outside rein support. So with your inside leg there, Madeline, you just, you want to be aware if you use too much of it and then they kind of drift to the outside. You actually have a little bit of fast reflex with your outside leg, outside rein. Kind of action a bit. That's another super common error is not supporting the outside rein, outside leg. So as you're going through a corner, if you overturn, you want to be able to turn, the steering, like some people, you'll see this, you'll see somebody overturn, but then not fix it. So you want to be able to turn the steering wheel back. If you turn the steering wheel like this, you want to be able to turn the steering wheel back. Correct the overturn. So in horses, it's not this. It's this. If you overturn the horse, you want to have that outside rein come back a little bit, inside hand go forward to correct the overturn. And sometimes horses just really overreact to the inside leg and they'll drift out further than you want them to. So you just want to train. It's almost like kids who play video games are just super, they have fast reflexes, which is awesome. I should take up video games. Train my eye a little faster. You also say that about tennis. If you play tennis, you can develop fast reflexes. Alrighty. Whenever you feel ready, Madeline, let's go ahead. Actually, you know what? We're going to do, let's go ahead and take your stirrups away and do a little bit of work without stirrups. Not tons, just a little bit. Into the trot. Are you ready? He's not going forward. I'm going to send him forward with that leg. Turn my chin. Supporting outside rein. Inside leg to outside rein. Push my inside hand forward to finish a turn. I feel like my saddle might be too far forward. That's the reason why. After this, I'm going to pop off and move my saddle backwards a little bit and see if I can slide inside leg. Eye target. Contact on both sides of its mouth. That's going to come down a little bit. And I'm going to walk and move my saddle. Hey Madeline, whenever you're ready, you can take your stirrups back and do a little counter work. I'm just going to play with my saddle here for a second. Well, it's funny, I got off just now and the saddle doesn't look. Probably because you're used
used to riding with it further back from the girth.
I know. That one didn't actually look like it was too far forward. Alright, well, here you go. I definitely wouldn't want to move it further back than this. If you're doing coursework, send it forward. Lengthen the step down the long side. You can balance the core, make sure you have connection to his mouth ever so slightly. Outside right. There you go. Now have your elbows flow with his mouth a little bit. Do you feel how your elbows are a little stationary? And then you kind of got a little bit, doesn't matter, you know, a nice little loop in the rein, that's fine. But you have your elbows a little fluid, so it's flowing. Also, did you feel that potentially you were not riding quite as much with your outside rein? It was better, yeah. But you could try this next time you go turning around. Try feeling that outside rein support a little bit more. Support that outside of his body just a touch more.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean pull on it or anything like that. It just means feel that connection. You see how there's a little bit of a loop to your inside rein?
Yeah.
Go ahead and see if you can get a connection to the inside rein without pulling back on it. Good, now bring it in the box. There you go. Feel the link between your left leg and right leg. Your inside hand, your outside hand.
That's what hurt.
It is, eh?
Yeah, it's so much harder.
Well, and then especially when the horse is not fit, it'll feel harder.
Yeah.
Starting to feel a bit better. There's no style, but it's just been a little bit too close to the shoulder. Essentially, feeling close to his reins. I'm going to go hand down. That wasn't a super clean transition. I think he was a little sleepy because I just got on. I'm going to redo that. Eyes up. Exhale, push my elbows forward. Walk. There we go. Easy. Easy, buddy. Easy. Elbows forward. There we go. Fluid in my hips, shoulders soft, elbows forward. Soft connection to both sides of his mouth. Inside heel, bring his bottom straight. Eyes through the corner, leg. Support both sides of his mouth. Support both sides of his body with my legs. Inside the heel, bring his bum straight. Outside the leg, bring his shoulder back. Eyes turning. And that's okay. On an unfit horse, if he loses balance, but he was doing it pretty well for his fitness level, that's okay. So he did break. So I should put him back in the canter for a second. John? John's got a little OCD. Before he canters and after he canters, he likes to arch his head a bit. Or scratch his leg. Those are his two OCD things. Back to the canter. Pick up my hands so they don't lean. Looking through the turn, start the turn. Finish the turn, equal hands, outside legs is drifting to the outside. Inside heel, bottom straight. And go back to walk. Ooh. Elbows forward, lengthen the spine, sit up tall. Good boy. Good, I'm going to canter this other direction. Maybe don't let these muscles get too cold. Maybe just do a little trot work. And then we're just going to do some cavaletti. A little cavaletti here. If he wants to go down long and low, this is a good time to let him. Alright, I'm going to ask her a canter down the long side, so this is a more experienced horse. So I don't always ask for a canter in the corner. On the more experienced ones, I like to make sure if I'm asking for a counter canter down the long side or a regular canter down the long side, they're listening to me. Straight, straight. He kind of got sucked back a little bit and went internal. You can see him right now, he's like kind of internal. He's not really paying attention to the external. Equal hands, up in the canter. Sharpen the elbows, sharpen the reins a bit, sit up tall. I have about 2 grip leg on, inside leg. Turn my chin, outside hand. Equal hands. Travel forward, up in my 2-point. Inside neck ring, over the corner. Supporting outside leg. Supporting outside hand. Equal hands. Equal legs, equal hands, inside heel. And go ahead and walk. Hold. Breathe, exhale to come down. There we go. Hey Madeline, go ahead and kind of go over the green little coopy thing going that way. And then in a trot. And then come on over to this little box thing going away from home.
So this one, and then to the big flower?
Yeah, and then just kind of just go over each one twice. So we're just doing trot cavalettis, warming up their hocks. Good. Yes, and that's where you want to tighten the neck for this. So we did a long low, and now I'm going to ask them to come up a little bit and push from behind. That's funny. Remember to start your 2-point early. Don't post all the way to the base. Point. Leg. There you go. Trot. Keep that shoulder back. Find out your turn here to get as straight as possible. Start the turn, finish the turn with the outside hand. Good, so you didn't quite finish the turn, like you kind of did, but did you feel how there wasn't start the turn, finish the turn action? Do you know what I mean? You did push your inside hand forward, but then you didn't really connect turns with that outside range to create that. Like, if you had to pick up that lead afterwards, you'd want to feel that connection a little bit of straightness between both hands. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just used my leg to leave the wall so we wouldn't step back coming to it.
Awesome, yeah. You want to do this, start the turn, finish the turn. It was, I think what it was your weight of your hands just low. Yeah, like this, it was a little off. So this one came forward and the other one didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and try it again. That one was great. You feel that nice balanced canter afterwards?
Yeah.
That was super. Feeling both sides of his mouth, both sides of his rib cage, traveling straight. So maybe I'll just tell the camera, like what we're doing is we're practicing straightness. Especially if you're gonna do a grid. So you're gonna start the turn with one hand, finish the turn with the other. And finish the turn, yeah! Which allows them to square up and go properly. Equal hands here, equal legs here. Your intention is to forward a little bit. Yes, there you go. Start the turn, finish the turn with the other hand. Good, I love that you gave. You know what I mean? That giving. Okay, so what do you mean? You have a beautiful gift. Beautiful. So you want to have a little bit of that connection here, I'll show you. So if this is a turn, just so you understand what I'm saying. This is a turn. Oh, John. So I start the turn, finish the turn. Now I'm connecting to both sides of his mouth. And I have all this time, time to connect in front of his mouth before the give. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you want to have maybe 2 to 3 steps of connection on both sides of his mouth before you go to the give.
Okay.
So you want to finish the turn with your outside hand, have that connection for 2 or 3 steps before you go to the give. Cool. All right, let's give this a go, John. I have not done tons of John. Other people have been riding him. You know. Equal hands, inside leg, start the turn, connect to that outside rein. Equal hands, turn my chin, keep that outside shoulder back, look for my line. Start the turn, finish the turn, connect, elbows forward, give. Inside leg, shape your outside hand, turn. Inside hand goes forward a little bit, like it gets a little sticky. Equal hands. Start the turn, finish the turn, equal hands. And give. Side leg. Perfect. So use a little bit of an indirect rein there to help shape the corner. Turn my chin. Start the turn, finish the turn, straight, give. Inside hand, outside hand, straight, equal hands. Start the turn, finish the turn, straight. Right leg. Walk, elbows forward. Does that make sense now? Awesome. So on these micro fences, that's where these aren't fences, these are cavallettis. But this is where we pay attention to those little micro details so that when the fences become big, we've already got the muscle memory because we practice it. This is basically our flat work.
Yeah.
So in that flat work, we're just practicing that muscle memory. This one, by the way, perfect. It's just this direction. You want to have that outside hand, equal connection for a couple more steps before you go to the give moment.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and do it again. Doing an unreal job. Like, so when you haven't ridden tons, it's amazing that you remember so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're doing so well. Beautiful connection between both legs. So you feel them in the box. And what we mean by that, I've said that a couple of times, maybe I haven't explained it in the camera. You want to feel that your horse is equal in this box. So if you drew a box and there's a dot in the middle, that's where the horse is. If you feel them directly left or right, yeah. If you feel them directly left or right, either your left hand, left leg, or right leg, right hand come on to get you back in the box. You get that point, that little dot back in the, yes. Straight, yeah. 100, did you feel that?
Yeah.
That was perfect, perfect. Really, really great. All right, let's do this as a counter. Go ahead and do it first. So I know Johnny's hard to, he will go 2 steps after the fence and want to cut in and turn. My job is to get him to the wall. That's just, has always been his thing. He likes quick turns, equal hands. Turning my chin. Start the turn, finish the turn. 3. Pull, pushing out. Equal outside right. Turning my chin to look. Start the turn, finish the turn. 3, 2, 1, 0. Pull. Elbows forward, like step. Good, and walk. So I knew that was going to be an awful distance to that. And the reason is I'm off the pace. So when you're off the pace, you're likely to get kind of those funny distances. These tight corners will pull you off the pace. Does that make sense? So you want to just, don't do what I did. Go ahead and get a proper pace to it so you can see a good distance. Also let your horse, like, I mean, these are Cavalettis, you don't have to manufacture a distance. Just support whatever distance you get. And then balance through the turns. But after the turns, send them forward a little bit, okay? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start. There you go. Feel the connection through your leg. Yes. Beautiful. Leg forward. Is that more well? Yeah. Start the turn, finish turn, go. There you go. That was a beautiful turn. You give him a pat. That was awesome. Good job. And here, hey, you fixed it in the trot and then the canter, you're like, oh,
Yeah, it made it a lot better.
And did you feel his jump wasn't like being influenced by one rein? Because you
Yeah,
had to
he didn't like, he was straight and balanced.
Yeah, and then that lead at the end was.
And which made such a big difference in like that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, I'm gonna this line. I actually don't remember the distance, but that's okay. Put my hands up, go forward. So I'm actually gonna do the ag step for the first time here. Start the turn, finish turn, lift my chin. Or maybe not. 1, 2, 3. Fall, half fall, inside leg. Elbows forward. Alright. I thought I was going to do the odd step, but he actually didn't need to do the odd step. Alright, whenever you're ready, Madeline, go ahead and do that. You can do a 4 or 3. I would decide early, don't do what I just did. I seriously thought you were going to do 4. But that would be a tight 4. Actually, for Hayden, he's going to do a step. Feel the connection between both reins, both legs. Outside and finish turn. Outside and finish turn. Inside and forward.
I could definitely feel it like there. I was late to finish it.
Yeah, and actually, it's almost, I mean, it's so common not to finish the turn.
Yeah.
Out of that corner too, I shouldn't have said, you know, you're done. I should have let you finish the corner.
I could feel what you meant though.
Yeah.
As soon as you pointed it out.
Right. So this is a really great way to get your horse's fitness. The jumps don't have to be big. You can actually just work on the micro things. You know, like, you don't have to be crazy fit to do this exercise. I'm not crazy fit. you just have to work on your body mechanics at this height to make it interesting. There we go. Oh, and John is stretching. Okay, so I'm going to come in with a better count. Then, because I actually remember setting this distance and it was very much an indoor distance. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, go up, now let that in. Inside hand forward, finish turn, travel straight, equal shoulders, inside heel, travel straight, and go and walk. Good boy. Good. All right, Jaden. Can you come on over? See this rail right here? Would you mind just taking it and putting it against the wall, please? And then Madeline, you and I are just going to trot through these trot poles.
This one?
Yep, that rail's perfect. Just go ahead and trot through these trot poles when you get a chance, Madeline, and then we'll turn the chin, outside down, feel the connection. Start the turn, finish the turn, travel straight. Eyes up on my target, elbows forward. Let him find where he wants to put his feet, inside leg. Equal hands. Turn my chin, inside leg. Finish the turn with my outside hand a little bit while supporting. Give that inside leg. Walk, exhale, push my elbows forward. Okay, Jaden, I'm actually going to need you a lot now, so you can just stay next to the fence. Can you make that first one a cross rail, please? Thanks, buddy. I'm going to teach you how to make a cross rail. Yeah, it's just the end of the fence. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Which poles do I put it on?
I mean, you can use the upper. The upper cup. Yeah, that's fine. And then that end goes on the other side of the fence, okay? Perfect. And then yeah. Excellent. You have very good memory. Is that about equal level-ish?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah? Okay. And then just stick around, Jaden, because we'll be beating you. Alright, so in the grid here, I'm not going to help too much if I can. My job is just to keep him straight and let him figure it out. If I need to add leg, then I will. But I'm going to try and let him carry me. Start the turn, finish the turn, 2-point early. He kind of got backed offish a little bit. Oh, because he's moving. I would say that was a really, really great first time through. I would shorten reins a little bit sooner. Okay. Other than that, like, gee whiz, eh? Yeah, you got that. It was great. I'm gonna let him catch his breath here for a second. Actually, Jaden, we'll go through it one more time like this. Would you mind picking up that poop, please? Thank you. Oh, look how straight it was. I kind of felt him back off to that fence, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But now it makes sense when they're pooping. side when I come through. Thanks, buddy. Okay, that was not a very good transition that you just saw me do. I went into the trot and then played around with my reins. I should have been more organized. So I'm going on a trail ride, I can get, do whatever. If I'm practicing here, I want to try to not be quite sloppy. Finish the turn, equal hands, 2-point leg. Whoops, and I got left behind. Good. Again, he felt a little sluggish coming in, and I wasn't there to support him. But that's okay, no biggie. Whenever you're ready, Madeline. Very nice contact. Good. And then we don't worry about their footfalls afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Because those are set for fence heights. They're obviously, they can step from wherever they want. Whenever you're ready, Jaden, can we have the second fence put up, please? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna fix my air. So I'm gonna get prepared. I just felt, you know what? It even started in that transition over there, the last time I went through. I was unprepared, so now I'm gonna be prepared. Start back. Elbows in the right position. Sending them forward, eyes looking. Start the turn. This feels more prepared. Eyes up. 2-point. Send it forward. Good. And up. Good. Now you know what? Let's go ahead and fix something. You can go ahead and put that second fence up for me, please. Thank you, buddy. And then we're actually going to get you to take those poles away.
How hard do you want it like a crossroad?
Yeah, maybe the first time through it can be a crossroll. That's fine. In the top cups. Very good. You are super meticulous. And then those poles at the end, sweetie, can you actually just take them away, please? So then what we're going to do now, Madeline, is after the grid, let's go up the line. Okay. So it just means we have to be prepared. Their job isn't done after the grid. After that last fence over here, be prepared to shape the corner with your inside leg and supporting outside hand. And then you want to make sure that you finish the turn like that turn over there, and then start this turn and then finish this turn.
And then switch.
I'll say it out loud as I do it. Okay, you know what? That's not how you get prepared knitting. That's how you made the first error. Don't do what I do. Okay, sit up tall. Get prepared in your reins. Lengthen his neck. Outside leg. Turning to look. Inside hand forward. Get up there. There you go, buddy. Equal. Start to post, elbows forward, lengthen. Turn my chin to look. Elbows up the neck, straight neck, straight neck. Simple change. Start the turn. Finish the turn. Equal hands. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Fall. Back fall. Elbows forward. Inside leg. Inside hand forward. Okay, I love that I started that again and got organized. I got my thoughts organized. Because that made all the difference. Had I kept going with that sloppy trot, I think that line would have been sloppy. I actually thought that was really good. So, that ride's tight, that 3. It's a tight 3. So you don't have to ride up that line.
Yeah, no, well, the first time I threw it, there was no ride up at all.
Yeah.
And that was just a normal.
So it's good, it's good to be able to adjust your course to come back to a tight line. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start. When you do go up into your trot, be purposeful. Don't do what I was doing. And Justin, is it over half an hour?
Almost 50 minutes.
Okay, cool. Can you press stop and start again? Beautiful finishing the turn. Good line on your stirrup this time?
Yeah, I know that second one.
Yeah, it's okay. Up, finish turn. Yes. Yeah. Good job. Beautiful finishing the turn. Did you feel like you could jump?
Yeah,
Way nicer. Gorgeous.
and I felt that we were on an offset. He thought he was time to slow down. So that was like, it was nice that I actually could push him for the long distance there instead of asking him to add. And in that second fence, I felt that I didn't land in my stirrup, just
Right.
in the bounce, but
That's awesome. Okay, Jaden, can you make that second fence an oxer, please, with those 2 poles?
Sorry?
That second fence, that green fence right there.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy. The 2 poles that are on the ground in front of the fence. And then John's getting a little warm, so this might be his last. Well, you can't say that, that jinxes it. Then you-
So where do you want me
Yep, put 1 pole in the first cup. Oh, you don't have to do it. Well, you can do it one at a time, buddy.
I got it.
Where are you going? Oh, okay.
Can you use that?
are you making an oxer?
Yeah. Well, since you're on this side, put them in the front cup first. The other cup, on top of the green. Put it on top of the green. There you go. That's super.
Can you make it normal?
Here it's really small.
What do you want me to do with your one?
And then that one goes in the cups that you're just putting in. Remember, you don't have to ride up that one.
Yeah.
I even half hold my line, really.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright. Lay up in front of mine. There we go. Middle of your line somewhere. Equal hands. turn, finish the turn straight, eye target, elbows forward, go with them. There we go, that was balanced. Wait. Start the turn, finish the turn. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Push plants that leg inside that forward a little. Lengthen his neck. Neck. Good boy. Because he's getting a little sweaty and he's not fit, that was really good to end on for him. Okay, and whenever you're ready. Are you comfortable with that pace?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's
Okay. If you're comfortable, go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
He'll jump at the same.
We will. There's really no difference.
He doesn't care about that. I just do.
I had it the other day with the door open. Good. Equal hands. Turn your chin to look. Shoulders with your horse. That's okay. There. That's forward thinking. Elbows forward. 2 point. Landing stretch. Yes. Good job. Good. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah. Inside hand forward. Finish the turn. Nudge it out. Yes. Inside heel, bring his bump straight as you go down. Yeah. Good job. And he's done too.
That felt really good.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I definitely noticed in our right leg canter, I definitely turn a lot more than the left, which is probably why it falls apart quicker. Like I turn my shoulders more.
Well,
I notice in that corner every time.
Okay. Do you find these micro fences help?
Yeah, because that's like something I'd be able to pick out over stuff like this. Whereas if we were jumping bigger, I'd be worried about everything else except for that corner.
Right, the micro fences definitely help you work on body mechanics.
Yeah,
And then when the fences go up, your muscle memory takes over.
yeah.
Awesome.